Safety Code 6 is not subject to consultation under Industry Canada's antenna siting process. In other words, yeah, it is. So I'm supporting, I think what John's doing is wonderful and I support it 100%.
Anything else?
Yeah, just a quick question to the staff. Maybe Carol can answer this. When we wrote to them with alternatives, we give a whole list of sightings that were possible. Because I remember reading the letter that we sent and it didn't seem to identify locations, or maybe there was another letter.
That letter didn't deal with the locations, that was a different letter. That actually was one about our protocol.
Okay, so we did do another one that did identify
We did the
number of.
communications back and forth.
Oh.
Might have been in emails.
Okay, so we just didn't see this, Council, so I just have not read, so I have a picture in my mind what we're
We'll
proposing.
put all that together.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Okay.
I have my final say on it, if you don't mind.
Final say was it?
I think staff needs clarity, and that's all I wanted to say. So we can go forward. That's why.
Okay. All in favor of the motion, the recommendation? Opposed? Carried.
Just to clarify, that was for all four, correct?
Yep, four. So all four.
That's quick.
Referred from our last meeting to strategic planning, the discussion on team building. This, the motion, okay, that's your motion, notice of motion for the next meeting.
Wait, jumping ahead. Remove that notice of motion for the next meeting, number 3, about team building, because what we had talked about, we got lost in that. I thought, where are we going to go with that? So that's why I put it in there, and yet, it's a report.
Right, the report is here on that. We had this at our last meeting. It was referred over here with the comment that who's on the team. Is this just us or is this staff? Councilor Russell, you want to be on the team? You want to be on the team?
Okay. I'm going to make a motion, and even though she just threw some out for that, or I'm not sure if she was, but I'd like to make a motion that we ask for Nigel and Mr. George Cupp to both give us quotes on doing that type of session. Then we have 2 quotes, not 1, it's 2, and we have choice. That would be my motion.
Maybe it could be a chapter.
Seconded by Councilor Scott. Comment? Been seconded.
Yes, just I don't know, as a friendly amendment, I guess, and I mean.
That's a friendly amendment, everything. It's
Yeah,
simple.
absolutely. There you go. I mean no disrespect, but when I read Mr. Belchamber's proposal for the team session, I thought, I don't know if that's what we need. I mean, I can read my job description in the Municipal Act. I think, I'll be perfectly candid, and again, meaning no disrespect. I think that this council, the 9 members, have serious personality challenges which have impeded the effectiveness and efficiency of its operation. And that's why I would support George Cuff. I think if we're going to do anything with team, you have to understand the concept of team. Team is a voluntary exercise. Nobody is forced to join a team. A working group, yes, this is a working group. Why is it a working group? Because we really don't care about how each other feels. And I'm not playing the victim here, but I've seen it. If I disagree with someone, then it becomes a personal issue that I don't like them, and then that makes news all over the municipality. And I think that's the issue we have. We have personality issues at this table that we have been burying our heads in. We still have people fighting the 2010 election. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm not prepared to waste 4 or 5 hours of my life reading about my job description, how I interact with people, when I understand the dynamics at this table. So if you want to get serious, I don't think we'll ever be a team. I'm not being a pessimist, but I taught team building at the college for 25 years, and there's 2 things that determine whether you'll be a team. The first thing is, do you have the capacity to be a team player? You understand the concepts of teamwork. You understand we versus me. You understand that it's about consensus building and not about critiquing people and taking things personally. That's the first thing. Second thing is, do you have the will to implement it? I doubt that 9 people in this table have will to do both. So, you want to get into it? I get into it with George Cupp. I have perfect confidence in his ability. You wanna do Mr. Belchambers? No. So I'm saying in the proposals, I think we have to be very specific about what we're asking for in a, I wouldn't even call it team building, I might call it a relationship building session. But I think we have to talk about the elephant at the table, and it's talked all about us, and we're kidding ourselves if we think it's just about understanding our roles.
What was the friendly amendment?
The friendly amendment was, I think we needed to talk about what we want to tender out. Right?
All right, the friendly amendment is to talk about it?
No, friendly, I'm saying if you want to bring Cup in and talk about a reassessment of how we do business, I'm for it. If you want to talk about what my job is under the municipal act, I can read that.
Man, I care a little bit. I'm not gonna give you a man hug.
But don't get too close.
Councillor Owen,
Well, since
Motion is to give you a vote.
since Councillor Russell raised Cuff coming in, yeah, that's another option. I think it's the one that makes good sense, get a proposal from him as well. And maybe Councillor Bonesteel is right. Maybe it's that kind of third-party examination of how we do work together and a little bit of butt kicking or something like that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Mr. Belchamber and working together too. He does good work, but so apparently Mr. Cuff has as well, lots of experience. I think we've probably all read the County of Huron report, and we know that he's working with them. So hey, I'm game for either one. I'm game for either one. So whether we get another report from the clerk as to what Mr. Cuff could provide us with, I'm fine. Doesn't matter. I'm easy.
Deputy Mayor Day?
Well, I'm intrigued by the idea too, and I think it has potential, the George Cup idea. Actually, in light of the fact of what's happening in Huron, in my discussions at the county, there has been some interest in bringing George Cup to the county too. And if that is something of attraction at that level, we could possibly work out a deal that he addresses the county and then gives us time as a municipality in conjunction with that. And maybe other municipalities are interested to take advantage of his presence here as well. So there may be value in wanting that. So if you want us to take it to the county, we could do that. You just want to do the municipality itself? Because there's monetary benefits to that, of course. And the other thing is I think if we do decide to do it ourselves and not include the county, it may be wise for us to just hold back until we've made a decision with the working group's recommendations, because that big elephant in the room is going to keep us somewhat divided. And how are we going to move on until that is resolved? And then we can say, let's move on, let's get it done. That's my move.
Councillor Scott is next.
I'm going to take it to the simplest point, like I always do. Number one, the disrespect that's shown at this table is purely disgusting. Number two, I think bringing Nigel Belchambers in is a poor choice, only because it looks like he wants to do happy hour and make everything happy, and we're all going to sit here and be wonderful. I think personally, before we bring anybody in, we need to have a sit-down Oakwood chamber and let it all out and get personalities to be pushed aside and let people say how they feel, and then let's see if we can do some personal mending. I think then it is time to bring somebody in to take a look at us. I honestly think that a session's wonderful, and I would be very happy to attend it, because obviously if we're spending this kind of money to bring a professional in, I think it's important. But I really think we just need to throw the gloves off and have a session, because I think there's a lot that needs to be said, and I'm not sure that we'd say it in front of the people that we brought in. I can bring a set of boxing gloves if you want.
I just thought we would be, having two bids is a good thing. I like Nigel Belchamber, I've known him for a lot of years, and I've got the greatest respect for him. I personally think that what he's trying to do here would have been wonderfully good in January of a year and a half ago for us. It is too late, it's too little, and I don't want to sit around the table and do kumbaya. I'll join up with a camp and go do that. I think the reality reality of the situation